Three different bodies. I won't really go into the yes value. That's going to have to take another time. I'm at 9 minutes and almost 30 seconds already. So moving on, the sexual body awareness, just know that there are absolute telltales to somebody's ability to be fully satisfied for themselves in the sexual act and fully satisfied for their partner in the sexual act. Experiencing something that you will hear reference from me, which is called flow. When things are just so in tune that it seems so right and so natural that the only restrictions you may feel of your partner during the act of intercourse is maybe their teeth. That may be the only thing that you feel interacting. That would be the experience of flow in the sexual act. Now, as far as the deviations from reaching that, anything that stops them from reaching it can be something addressed to help correct. But you have to understand where the person's coming from. If it's their psychological placement, in which I actually developed through this myself, because I'm one in 6 boys. So I constantly live my life to validate myself. I would do things to be validated. I would do a good job and get validated by my employer or my father, or whoever the authority is and why I was doing the job. Or in the sexual act, I would actually pursue women that were a bit out of my age range, like a young man who chooses to pursue mature women, or pursuing someone, not under the age. I want to be clear about that. But somebody that's, 10 years younger than me, roughly. I'm 33 now, so if I were to pursue a girl at 30 or 23, I've grown through that, by the way, but it took awareness and a keen desire to get past it. Because I knew that it was limiting, and I wasn't doing anyone else a service. I was doing everyone, including myself, a disservice by continuing to function in that when I had the capacity to leave it as an old way, like a snake sheds its skin. So the sexual awareness aspects, predominantly what you'll find in the observable is if you do not chew your food to full satisfaction and you hurriedly rush it down your throat, so you chew several times and then you swallow it, shows a direct indicator of lack of patience. And if you're not willing to be patient in the simple, pleasurable act of eating, then the likelihood of you being completely present with your lover and completely involved with your lover and not trying to rush it to orgasm or rush them to orgasm, then you're going to exhibit their impatience. So that's a lead, by the way. There's nothing wrong. But everyone who's watching this video has gotten to the point they're at with success and failures. That's life. So there's no wrong, and I want to make sure that's really clear. I'm not out to express a wrong about anything. I'm only out to show that there are other options. Just like philosophy. Any philosophy worth living, and this is one that I abide by, any philosophy worth living is worth challenging. So with that is, why not just challenge what we believe is so, and to see if there's something so much greater on the other side than what we already know exists? Why not try it out? What the hell? You've just got this life to live, so why not try it? It's not going to create any harm, I promise. And if it does create harm, is it not only just a building block to the next level anyhow? And by the way, harm is also relative. There's a physical understanding of harm. There's some physical and, something happened to the body. And then there's the emotional and psychological stuff that we get so attached to. And the reality is those are less likely to be long-term whenever you choose it to be a stepping stone for growth, rather than being locked in the experience of what you consider to be less than successful. So I'm going to close the video right now, but I'm going to leave it open for any statements, comments, concerns, questions, desires, whatever that is for you. Please feel free to comment below. You can contact me via email for anyone who wants to email me at chadbroshears@gmail.com. My Yahoo name is also there, and then my Facebook's also the same. Or if you have my direct phone number, give me a call. What the hell? I may not be available at the time, but I'll make time for you sometime sooner or later. I'm getting pretty busy. So what we discuss is just a brief introduction to multiple things that require more in-depth conversation for people who want to go beyond an introduction. And I would encourage it. It's something, why not? We've got plenty of things to do in this life. Why not do things that seem to create that desirable outcome that we really want? So, yeah, what I've discussed was the physical body, the psychological body, and the emotional body. We discussed a little bit about infant development, also some about sexual dysfunction and how it shows in the body. There's a lot more, by the way, than just how someone chews their food and chooses to swallow their food. There's physical movements, there's the pelvis, and it's protection, direction, the way a person stands, the way the person walks, the way they talk and engage others. There's so many things that are absolute telltales to the trained eye. The untrained eye, we just view it with an odyssey, a potential labeling of weird or whatever it is that we want to, or that person's really in touch. There's a lot of different things that we say about someone when we experience them. But when you're trained to acknowledge certain things, you start to become very aware of where people are coming from. And if you know that everyone inherently is just trying to make it, then you have the beautiful gift of also getting where you want to be, because you can assist someone else getting to their destination, which in turn, by the laws of reciprocity, they're going to want to assist you. It's an inherent born force, and I'll go over the design of the brain, the understanding of psychology, neuroscience. There's all kinds of things. I've researched like crazy. By the way, I'm not saying I'm right. I'm saying that these are truths that work for me, and they're consistently accurate whenever I bounce them off others, including high-level authorities. That's all I have to say about that right now. Anyhow, guys, I just wanted you to know that I'm coming from a place of love. I'm coming from a place of viewpoint, perspective, values, awareness, and I don't have to be right. I'm not choosing to be right. I'm just sharing with you what I feel is a truth to me that makes my life not only more desirable for me to live, but the people I interact with also seem to really desire the philosophy that I'm developing and have developed for myself. So with that, guys, thank you very much for taking the time. I went well over the time I intended, but I do thank you for watching the video and for being a supporter of this and for just taking in consideration what I'm saying to be possibly a truth for you. Now, when I say truth, please understand there are multiple truths. Truths are based in someone's reality. There are over 7 billion realities on this planet because everyone has their own unique experience of life, and they have the things they say is accurate for them and not accurate for them because of the way they were brought up. So just accept that other people view differently and encourage them to share it and see how similar your guys' beliefs are. And if they're not similar, take in consideration that that's the way they live. And you like to live the way you do. So why not allow somebody else to live the way they want to? So long as it doesn't cause you harm or anyone else harm. What's wrong with that? Anyhow, with love, guys, thank you for watching the video. Again, my name is Chad Broshears. I'm the owner and founder of Go Figure Holistic Personal Training, as well as what you will see in the near future, the Institute, the education, Ascending to Total Maturity, and also my book you will see in the near future called In Defense of the Ego. So guys, thank you very much. I hope you enjoyed the video. Feel free to comment below or message me. Have a great day.